My soul needed a savage friend, a weird daredevil, but do you mend? My life became a dead end. Big C got me on the wrong track. Fought the cancer in a cul-de-sac. Lean says bite back. On life's jacked racetrack we react, lacking the cool, but we lean and we loo. Hi, this is Lou.
Hi, it's Lean.
You see, I'm such a dunce girl. Like, I'm introducing myself. Guess where I'm looking? Instead of at the camera, I'm looking at my ring light, which is like that way over. Like the ring light is the entrance into the portal of YouTube.
Sometimes you're such an airy-fairy friend. You're like the total absent-minded ditzy friend.
Yeah. So I'm going to tell you guys before we start. The other day, 2 years ago, I went to South Africa to visit my family, and I went through London.
Wait. How did we get from the other day to 2 years ago?
Okay,
It's a big leap.
No, because it's coming back to the other day.
Okay.
The same day. So I go to like London, and I had some cash. So I used the cash. Like I had like £100. So I used that. I got change, which I just put in my purse. And I never used cash in America. I just used my card. So the other day I was in the store and I bought my groceries, and I had forgotten one cucumber, which was sitting in my cart. So I was like, well, let me just scan the cucumber and pay cash for it. So I dug through my purse and I found a whole bunch of coins. But because I never use coins in the United States, I started trying to shove a coin into the self-pay checkout, and it's not fitting in the coin dispenser. So the lady walks past me and she goes, is everything okay? And I said, your coin dispenser doesn't want to accept coins. Is it something stuck in there? And there's loads of people waiting in line. And she looks at me and she's like, that I don't know what that is. I'm like, what do you mean? And she's like, that's not American money. And I'm trying to feel like pounds.
Oh my God.
I'm trying to shove it into an American self-checkout. I was so embarrassed. So typical of me. I just don't pay attention to anything, and I've still got freaking British coins in my purse after 2 years.
You can send them to me if you want.
Well, I should.
I was going to say it doesn't matter if they're English, but it's the other way around. It's the English that don't accept our money. We accept English money.
If I move to Korea and you visit me, you can empty out all my British coins out of that.
You can just take them to a bank, though, eh? And get them changed to American money.
There's not that many of them. I don't even
is it not as much as you had to begin with?
Probably like £5 at most. So
well, that's like about $7.
I just wanted my cucumber.
Well, there's an emergency $7 fund if you need it.
A what?
It's about $7, £5.
What emergency fund though?
I said there's an emergency fund if you need it. You've got £5 British pounds. You're such a... See, this is what I'm talking about. She's so freaking ditzy sometimes. Oh, jeez.
Okay.
I always used to think I was the ditzy friend. Okay.
I know, I'm very ditzy.
Today we are doing another One OK Rock song. I'm not even going to attempt to read it out in whatever that says, but it's Mighty Long Fall, or it is also called, what did you say it was called?
You're putting me on the spot here, Lean. It's got like a whole lot of different names. It's got the Japanese name, and then it's got sorry, I had to go back into the folder. Youthful of Desire.
I just found it at the same time as you.
Oh, Yoko. Okay, let's try the Japanese. You'll correct us.
You can try it. I'm not trying.
Yokubou ni Michita Seinendan. No, I don't know.
You sound like you're speaking Latin or something.
Yokubou ni Michita Seinendan. I don't know what that means. Okay.
Yokubou ni Michita Michita.
We got Michita, right? Michita.
I can't. We're just butchering that.
Yes,
I give permission for any Japanese speakers in the chat to come over and slap it clean out of our mouths, because we just made a mess of that. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to watch this, and we have the lyrics, so let's get into it.
And also we saw a comment that this is about when One OK Rock was banned from Japanese stations because the
yes.
powerful agencies in Korea.
We have read a few
didn't like them.
reasons for bannings and scandals, but we are not going to talk about any of them because we don't know which ones are true and which ones are not. But let's just say we had an amusing laugh at ones that were funny.
But yeah, at the end of the day, they were banned from big agencies, like banning them from Japanese media. And so that's what we know about them. And that this is a song about, I guess, we have to look at the lyrics, but I guess it's about that. That's what we've been told. So
Yeah. And if any of the rumors that we read were true, we love you even more because they were hilarious.
They were.
Okay, ready?
Ready. Do not include that in there. Okay.
入れる。まあ、普通か。普通か。ただ、なんかもっと雑だった気がします。まあでも、その雑味がですね、今こう思い返して聞いてみると、なんかすごく新鮮で。まあ、あの時は自分自身すごくこう、まあ尖ってた部分もあったし、なんつうんだろうな、本当にこう、ギラギラしてたので、そういう時に書いた曲をこう改めて今、こんだけの人が僕らを求めて今日この場所に集まってくれるようなバンドになった時にですね。
Do you think he's telling the story of why they were blacklisted?
I have
and
no
we're
idea.
missing out on all this gold star tea.
Maybe. I don't know. What is Taka? Tell us, Japanese speakers, what is he saying? Okay.
What is he saying? Yeah, it's a very long intro. Is he telling us all the reasons they got banned and how hard it was for them? And is he giving us some good gossip? Because we're missing it.
We are missing it.
Okay.
聞いてみると、それはそれでまたちょっと面白い感情が。
What did you say?
I said I was dancing without the music because it was in my head.
You spend all your life in your head, dear.
I do.
そんな面白さもあって、ちょっと今回はやってみようと思います。まあ知ってる人もいると思いますけれども、ぜひ、もし知ってる人がいれば、一緒にそっちの方も、
They all look really young.
そっちの方も
They do.
歌ってみてください。欲望に満ちた青年団。
Oh. Oh.
Oh, I love this.
It's acoustic guitars for once instead of an electric guitar. Oh no, I can hear an electric guitar.
一度はあの光を見たんだよ、とても綺麗で。でも今思えば汚かった。あれはいわゆる bad daydreams。光が眩しすぎて周りが見えず、ただ日々を棒に振ってたあの日、今だから笑えるよ。
Pause?
This song, yeah, I was going to pause it there anyway. This song totally showcases the beauty of his voice. Like, he sounds really melodic in this one, really like, he just sounds so good.
Everything sounds so good. The instruments sound good. His voice sounds good. The song is got an amazing beat to it. This is my type of music. This jamming
It's more
session.
like an acoustic sound than a rock sound.
It is. It's like a little jamming session. And it reminds me of when I used to be in college and used to go sit at musicians, like, because we were the art students, and that's all we used to do is wear black gothic emo clothes and go sit at jam sessions in the town nearby, so in the city. So it reminds me of that.
Now would be a good time. See Tomoya's t-shirt. I owned that. That was my going to bed t-shirt. It's the exact one. I think I might still actually own it.
That's really cute.
Right, you ready?
Yeah.
一度はあの幕を開けたんだよ、とても重くて。プレッシャーやみそれに勝つためにただ嫌なやつで。そして気がつくと真っ暗な部屋に一人ぼっちだった。終わったもう戻れないなんて歩くのもやめた。でも I'm not alone, I'm not alone, we're not alone お金じゃ買えないもの手に入れて、oh 一度光浴びて、そして今度は騙されぬように僕らは今目指すよ。欲望に満ちた青年団、誰かが言った言葉、それすらその時は流して今になって気づいたよ。欲望に負けた少年団、yeah.
I was about to pause it before it got into that again. I was just having a look at the lyrics. So when you said this was a song about a time that they were blacklisted, I was expecting it to be a bit more attitude-y.
Angry?
It's actually, when you read it, it's more about the emotions of feeling like you failed and
Yeah.
it's not blaming other people. It's more like
Yeah.
about making mistakes and dealing with the repercussions and then feeling like you've ruined things and you're not going to go anywhere.
Yeah.
It's not what I expected the lyrics to read like, but it's actually, I really like this.
I also think it's also about like unity. Even though you're alone, you're with your members, you're with your friends, you're with, you know what I mean? Like you
It's
might
about not
be,
giving up, not
Yeah.
giving up hope, not letting things push you down.
that I like the, yeah.
Sorry.
No, sorry, I thought you finished. No, I like the line it says, and then when I came back to myself, I was all alone in a pitch dark room, because that feeling is very familiar, you know. It's like,
Mhm.
is like you suddenly realize that you've been acting out of character, you like haven't been yourself for so long, and you're like, oh damn, like I can't go back, but I can make a difference going forward, you know.
I like that line too, because I think it's something we can all relate to, that no matter what bad things happen in life, there does come a moment when you've gone home yourself, you're maybe lying in bed, and then it just suddenly hits you that this has changed everything, and you have a moment of helplessness, like a moment of despair. Like it can relate to so many things.
It
But
can.
then he goes on about, well, it's about not falling down at the first hurdle. It's about getting up and realizing that even though it's hit rock bottom, you can do something about it, even if you have to start again.
Yeah, and he said at the end, we now have a goal as youths full of desire, which totally like, and that like stands in opposition to the first verse where it says, those days were wasted, but because of now I can laugh it off. Isn't it funny though, how when you're very young, like in your teens and 20s, you waste so much time. Like you only start in your 30s going, oh, okay, what are my actual goals? What do I really want to do with my life? Like, how am I like making myself happy? You know, you turn inward too later in life, you know, and everyone's like, oh, you get wisdom with age. But it's totally true, because if you knew now what you knew then, you would never, there's so many things I wouldn't have done when I was younger, you know.
When you're young as well, every minor thing seems so much bigger. You feel like the world is ending, like something not going right and falling apart. Young people, teens generally, it's like literally, it's over. I can't, oh my goodness. Like they literally can't see past that. Whereas
Yeah.
this song was written in a place where he's gone past that age where, you know, the world has ended, and he's at that, oh well, you pick yourself up and you realize, you know what, stuff happens.
Yeah.
Life doesn't go to plan. Things happen to everyone. We just have to get on with it and start again.
There's never too late, guys, to start over in life. Like you can do it at any age, you know. If you feel like your life is a waste or it's not aligning, there's so many ways you can change it. You know, learn a new skill, or travel to a new place, or figure out if there is somebody who's toxic in your life that needs, you know, you might not want to be around. You know, you've got to figure out what is best for you and put yourself first. So
yeah, and sometimes something that you thought you gave up and maybe regretted, sometimes it's not gone forever. Sometimes mistakes you made in the past. Look at me. I wrote my first novel when I was 14. And I was given publishing when I was 16, and I knocked it back to join a girl band. And it was a big stupid mistake when I think about it now, because it was one of the big 5 publishers that literally could have set me up for life. I could have been I could have been J.K. Rowling right now. But then 20 years later, yes, guys, I am that old. 20 years later, I went back to writing, and that book, that specific book, was one of the first books I published.
Yeah.
So yeah, don't think just because you've made a mistake in the past or you've lost an opportunity that you cannot go back and revisit that because, I don't know, your life is, you're no longer in your 20s or your 30s. Well, The only thing holding you back is you. If you really want to try again, try again.
Yeah, it's up to you as well to change that energy and that life cycle and say, okay, I'm stepping out of this negative space and I'm going to go and try and make positivity in my life. So
Exactly. I do believe that to an extent, I say to an extent because sometimes life happens and throws things in your way you have no control over, but to an extent, we are the masters of our own destinies. And it's the effort that we put in that will lead us to where we want to be at the end of the day. And the people
exactly.
who will give in to failure and give in to feeling like, oh, that'll never happen for me, they're the people that don't make it.
Yeah,
People like Taka and One OK Rock who face hardships and face confidence issues and faced getting blacklisted and just picked themselves up and kept going and kept trying and reaching for the stars. Well, they're where they are because of it.
exactly. So
That's your pet talk for the day. Your TED talk.
TED Talk. Okay. Ooh.
So I know you know I know we have grown 囚われないようにと上向いて歩け
So
もう
good.
一度光浴びてそして今度は騙されぬように僕らは今目指すよ欲望に満ちた青年団誰かが言った言葉それすらその
The tempo change at the end. I was just checking to see if that coincided with the lyrics because the start of it is talking about feeling crappy and being in a dark place, and then in the sort of middle age of the song, it is talking about realizing that you shouldn't think that way, you shouldn't give up, and then the end of the song is once again flooded by light, hope, and I've noticed the tempo change, so it kind of goes with the emotion of getting like stronger and being like hopeful again. It's very clever. I like that.
Sorry.
They're very good at that.
They're very good at that. And I totally agree with you. They did a really good job. Compositionally, they do so well with their music. And I was just thinking about how talented they are as musicians with instruments, playing instruments. Just they're so confident. What the freak?
What's going on? What are you looking at?
Someone's fighting outside and I just hear them screaming. It's the Sunday. Living in a condo. That Sunday afternoon. Someone's drunk somewhere.
I'm actually surprised that in all the times we've done this, you've not once heard the. You know how much drama goes on behind my house. Police raids, kicking in doors, drunks having bottle fights. Not once have we caught any of that on camera, but Louise in Mormonsville catches people fighting in the street.
Oh, you know my beef this week, though. For One OK Rock fans, you need to sympathize with me. My one joy in life is when I work from home in the mornings and I can see the birds feeding out of my bird feeder in the mornings, and I put out a little freaking water tray for them, and they have such a spoiled life. All the wild birds come. Some little shite came into my yard. I don't know if it was the neighborhood kids or some vandal, and emptied $6 worth of bird seed out of my bird feeder, broke my bird feeder, and then dumped like my pot plants. They dumped them all over and like destroyed my plants. And like they did it within a period of 10 minutes where I was downstairs, I came back upstairs to do something, and I went down and everything was destroyed. So I went outside with Post-its and nails, and I nailed to the tree. Like, I have cameras, you little shits.
I am a nature lover. I will nail this to a tree because of you.
Don't touch the bird feeder. But like, I was so mad. I was like, you freaking owe me like $40 for the bird feeder and the bird feeder.
Louise is the bird woman from Mary Poppins.
Not really. I'm really bad with birds and plants, but I'm trying.
Yeah, none of them like you, but you try.
I'm definitely not Snow White, that's for sure. It took me ages to get birds into my freaking yard. Like, it's an open plan yard, but it took me ages to get them in, and then some little shit destroyed everything. So,
It's okay. The birds will hate you for it now anyway.
yeah, they'll blame me.
の時
Oh,
は
sorry. I just accidentally called it.
Hmm.
Okay, are you ready?
Getting back to
the
1OK Rock.
topic. Now that's
No.
in the upbeat, happy part of the song, and Lou's going through rage.
I'm going through the rage bird story. Okay, let's do it.
流して今になって気づいたよ欲望に負けた少年団
Oh, boy. Wow. How is his voice so effortless?
ありがとう
Because that was a much mellower song with less like invasive instruments, it really, you heard the clarity of his voice so much more in that. His voice is just,
Who's
See, you're-
born?
see, I can see the signs. You are starting to stan.
Who's born with a voice like that, though? Damn.
Taka is born with a voice like that. I can't believe there was a time where he literally did not think he was a good singer and used to stare at the floor to sing because he had no confidence in his own voice. Like, dude, can you not hear yourself? Like,
I would very much like to know, like, where his voice started at before he became.
there are videos of him very young, like very young teens going on TV shows and singing. Like, I think there's ones of him as young as 14.
Yeah.
I've seen them, some of them kicking around YouTube, and he definitely had a good voice from way back.
Reminds me of Jungkook, who also same thing, 14. Very like you could hear the talent and the raw talent in his voice at his very first trying out trying out like competition thing. But like, oh my gosh, it's amazing how they can bring out with the right training these incredible voices.
I think though, Taka's got two famous musician parents. His dad is a famous
true.
singer, so maybe he was getting taught from a young age how, or maybe it is just natural talent. Maybe that's how his dad was so famous. Maybe he too has like a huge voice with natural talent. Some people are born with it, and some people are trained
Are not.
into it.
Yeah. And
His
some people
voice-
like me, that we're neither. We do try
Girl.
though.
I mean, you sound good when you rap though, in a South African accent.
I do not.
You sounded better than me.
My H&M
But,
voice.
Taka, I kind of want to say that he probably had a natural talent from very young, just with the ease
Yeah.
that he power notes. It's a very comfortable place for him. So I want to say that he probably was born with a natural gift that he just made better.
Yeah, I agree with you. So that was good. I really like
Yeah.
that song. It's like
I did.
it's one of my top songs from them now again. We just did the other song, which was One by One, and I loved that too.
This
So,
was a much slower pace, a much softer song. It really showcased Toru's epic guitar skills, but it also showcased the other two too. That because there wasn't so much big, loud anthemy like rock going on,
yeah.
it did actually like give you a chance to really appreciate all four of them and how they work as a unit.
But
I like it.
girlfriend.
Mhm.
See, but when we react every second Sunday. So Saturday night, I will prepare some of the songs that we're going to react to by going into the comments, seeing what people say, and then I'll go find the song and then pull the link in. But can we just say thank you to the 1OK Rock viewers and fans
Oh yeah.
who recommended these two, because we both these songs that we reacted to today, which was this and One by One. We got One by One, which is a screamer, a rock belter screamer, and then we got this, which is a chill song, and both of them balance perfectly for
Yeah.
1OK Rock reactions today.
I
So-
think in general, I want to thank 1OK Rock Watchers because not only do they supply us with links every time we ask for it, they supply us with information and backstory. They keep us right in there, really enthusiastic, and they enjoy talking not just about the music and the songs, but they enjoy talking about all the aspects of being a One OK Rock fan, what it means to them, their journey with it, and we really appreciate that kind of interaction from people watching our videos. Not only does it give us more information on the band and make us like the band more, it also makes us appreciate and get to know the fandoms. Not all fandoms are equal. Some fandoms are extremely toxic, and it's given us an appreciation for the One OK Rock fandom, because generally we did have a couple of bad eggs in the beginning, but since we had a little bit of a snapback about that, not a single person on the One OK Rock fandom has been any bother whatsoever, and you have been absolutely brand new.
You have, and we're just really grateful for you guys, because we've just had so much fun as well, experiencing new songs with the guys and learning a lot about them. So,
yep. And Lean spends far too much time on Instagram now watching One OK Rock posts and not doing her actual job. So also thank you for that.
See,
inadvertently, the One OK Rock fandom is the reason there are not so many books from LT Marshall anymore.
I have to say, I'm like really bad with Instagram and Facebook, but I'm really good with TikTok. So I need to get off of TikTok as well. Be productive.
I don't use TikTok at all. The only time I watch TikTok is when you send me links. So I think that's probably I spend that time on Facebook and Instagram, and you spend it on
TikTok's my
TikTok.
happy place, but I do all sorts of crazy stuff on TikTok. I listen to political talks on TikTok. I listen to like bands and do stuff like stand the people I follow, and I watch animal videos. It's mainly what I do. So
that's why Louise has no life.
Yeah, let's blame TikTok for that.
Yeah. Everyone else blames TikTok for everything, so why not that?
Yeah,
Let's
we'll blame
TikTok for that. Okay, so that was One OK Rock, and once again I forgot because it's got 3 titles: Youthful of Desire, and it was also called Mighty Long Fall.
I think so.
Mighty
Maybe.
Long A Fall. I think that's a bad translation.
Yeah.
But we really enjoyed that. This one's going on the Lila like list. It's not the upbeat, crazy rock that I'm normally into, but I really like this. I liked really the lyrics, and I liked the melody and the softer ambience to it. And I like the fact that you got to hear more of Taka's own voice in its own like pure form, and he wasn't competing with like an anthem.
I hope it's on Spotify as well. I'm going to try and see if I can find it on Spotify, because I love
We shall find it. We shall find it.
We shall. Thanks, guys. Thanks
guys. Don't forget to watch the giveaway video if it's already up. Go find it, and if it's not, you better find it soon. Bye.
Bye. You did a good job, Leanie.
Please don't.
Hey, fan bears. So fluffy.
What is actually wrong with you? You're such a freak.
Dance. System failure.
Lean, sarang hey.
Ew.